Greetings, loved ones. To help a child who is suffering from the psychological effects of child abuse, mental therapy is a great place to start. A therapist will assist the child in dealing with the psychological effects of child abuse and later hopefully break the cycle of abuse. Today we're going to talk about treatments for child psychological abuse. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and the notification bell, and please share these messages with others because you could save a life. Let's talk about therapy for treatment of psychological abuse in children. To help a child, I'm going to say this again, to help a child who is suffering from the psychological effects of child abuse, mental health therapy is a great place to start. The therapist will assist the child in dealing with the psychological effects of child abuse and later hopefully break the cycle of abuse. It may be necessary at times to remove the child from the home to prevent further abuse. Anyone who suspects child abuse should report the matter to Child Protective Services or the police. The goal of child protective agencies is to reunite families after the abuser has received help. And the law requires healthcare workers, school employees, and child care professionals to report suspected child abuse. I would also include missionaries, pastors, and church leaders who work with children. Treatments for abusers may involve parenting classes and treatment for mental illness, alcohol, or drug abuse. So, what about help for somebody who psychologically abuses a child? If you or your partner are abusing your child, you really do need to seek help immediately. If your partner is the abuser, you really need to consider moving you and your child to a safe and supportive environment. If you and your partner are the abusers, to prevent further damaging psychological effects of child abuse, you might want to consider having your child stay with a family member or a close friend while you get the help and the support that you need. There are many support groups available, including Prevent Child Abuse America. The information will be in the description at preventchildabuse.org. You can also contact your county mental health association, the local United Way, or county social services for programs in your community. Other resources for people who are abusing children is anger management classes, parenting classes, therapy and drug treatment, or alcohol treatment if necessary. With treatment, many children and parents can be reunited as a family. The long-term outcome depends on the severity of the abuse, how long the child was abused, the success of psychotherapy, and how well parenting classes worked. So let me ask the question, how can psychological abuse of a child be prevented? Community programs such as home visits by nurses and social workers can assist families to change behaviors or prevent the start of abuse in high-risk families. School-based programs designed to improve parenting, communication, and self-image are important in preventing future abuse and may lead to identifying abused children. Parenting classes are very helpful. Newlywed adults without children should be encouraged to take such classes before their children are born. The dynamics in the home change with increasing numbers of children, so you might want to revisit parenting classes after the first or second child. According to the CDC, over half of all the children worldwide, that's 1 billion children ages 2 to 17, experience violence every year. The question is not if you'll encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. In the Bible, God talks to us. And in Micah 6:8, he says, He has showed you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. And if you're a victim of violence, listen to me. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that you are valued, you are loved, you are intelligent, and you are worthy. I want you to know that there is a way out, and it's not your fault. Abuse is not love. And most of all, I want you to know that you are not alone. If you're suffering violence, reach out to someone today. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. If you know of a child or other person suffering violence, tell the authorities. In our next episode, we will talk about health effects in adulthood of unreported child abuse as a child. Until then, God bless you.